beautiful day for golf.
We're not good enough golfers.
Where is the beverage cart? Can't believe I paid money for this.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ridge Golf Podcast. Boys, how's it going?
Beautiful.
Good. So we have the U.S. Open going on today. Actually, this weekend when we're recording this, the only interesting thing that I have seen, the really interesting thing that I have seen is that Cameron Young shot off his driver into the golf cart. Did you guys see that?
I did actually see that. That's a 1 in a million shot for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Went into the golf cart, into the little cubby where you put your balls when you're driving around.
Yeah, that's a shot that will literally never happen again.
I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, I have a better shot at doing that than I do landing on the fairway. And Jordan has already hit a golf cart on his drive, so he's like 90% there.
I've also hit a golf cart very recently, but I still don't think it would land in the golf ball holder.
Mine was like 250 yards away when I hit mine. Yours is like what, 20?
100. I don't think I could, like, if you gave me 100 golf balls from 15 feet away, I don't know if I could throw it into the golf ball holder. Like,
maybe like
that's
1,000.
But yeah, I think you could get out of 100. I think you could get. Bet you could get 2 or 3 in there.
I don't know,
close.
man. They bounce a lot more than you think. I think it'd be tough.
Maybe not in like the holder, but like in that cubby. I bet you could.
Yeah, I could get a ton in the cubby, but this guy's literally landed in the holder. Like, that's unbelievable.
That's all I gotta do is get it in the cubby, and I mean, just
Let gravity
let it take over.
If you filled all 3, I'd be impressed.
A little egg carton there, just racking them up. 3 balls, 3 fills, no big deal.
Just boom, boom, boom. I'd be like, wow, that's a shot.
And speaking of the Open, how's your betting going, Brady?
Oh, it's not gonna quite pan out. She was real close though. I bet on Xander again. The whole $3 I waited there to win 57, and set course record there on day 1, and was looking pretty good on day 2, and then it all just fell apart. I mean, he's gonna finish, I think, still in the top 10, maybe at number 10, but not quite number 1.
What would the payout have been?
$3 to win 57.
So you're not out.
Real high stakes over here.
Yeah.
Right.
Should have
So
seen
money.
the 15 leg parlay he had together though for $1 in, and he could have won 50,000.
I
Wouldn't that been
I mean,
nice?
I didn't have that, but
Jeez.
that does sound nice.
I would do it. Do you want to put that together?
Yeah, if you find one that I only need to wager $1, I'll throw it at it.
That would be the golf cart or the guy hitting the ball in the golf cubby.
That's got to be at least like 1,000 to 1 or something.
Yeah, that and Scotty Scheffler got an eagle on the second day, like 170 yards out. He put one in for an eagle.
That's nice. I've never experienced that.
I have one time.
Like to be a part of it someday. Yeah.
I never will. I just know that.
Unless you get blind lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much all I did. I mean, from golf.
No, you just got to brush that off like you meant to do that. It's like, yeah, whatever.
From the way
I mean, we witnessed a hole-in-one this weekend, Wags.
We did. Yep.
Really?
That actually did happen. Yep.
Yeah, who got a hole in one?
The old code dog.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He had some help.
With
As it's like his third tee off or what?
No, it was via the par tabs.
Oh, fuck. Get out of here.
That was like the kind of the thing we kept like saying every time we got the -2, like we'd be in the fairway and we're like, dude, we're shooting for a hole-in-one right now.
Yeah.
Like that was like the whole thing the whole time. It was a lot of fun.
So,
we played a late tee time at 6, and when I pitched this to kind of Brady, because I was like, well, we could go at 6, and then the price gets cut in half for 18, and we didn't know if we'd have enough time to do it. Well, anyways, long story short, about 9:30, I think we were finishing up, and the last hole we had to give up. We could not see a thing.
We made it to 17 and a half, and then it was like as soon as you hit, it was just gone. Like you couldn't see that ball anymore.
I talked to there was 2 guys ahead of us that we know, and they were playing 18 as well. They finished up a little bit right before it got dark, and I was messaging him last night, and he said we got back to the clubhouse, And the girl who was working, she's like, "Are those guys still out there?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think they got 2 holes left." And he goes, immediately looked pissed off. We were still out there and had 2 more holes to do. I was like, "Well, we paid for 18. We're getting
And we're going to
18."
do our darndest to get it in.
Yup.
We're going to use every bit of this daylight.
Well, I take it there was nobody behind you guys.
Oh, no.
No, but it was funny. So we went to the bar afterwards, and there was a group of guys there, and they looked like they were playing golf. And obviously we did. And they're like, "Did you guys just get done golfing?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "We did too." Now they started at 6. They said the same time we did, and it was a foursome, just like ours. I never saw them, but they said they only did 7 holes, and they quit at 9 o'clock. I don't know
Weird.
how bad you have to be that you can only
Holy
get 7
shit.
holes in from 6 to 9 o'clock. But yeah, they said it was
Okay.
9 o'clock when they finished. They only had 7 holes in.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's yeah.
So we played fast, Brady.
Yeah, we normally do play pretty quick. I figured we'd be able to get the full 18 in, but we were real close. So, but for
Yeah.
half price, I'll take it.
So we went today. Well, today's Father's Day, which is the National Average Joe
You know,
Goes Golfing Day.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, everyone out there.
Yeah, we played. It was Jordan and I, Josh and their dad. We played 18 at Deer Valley. So we played the first 9 regular, and then the second 9 we played a course that none of us had played before, and then we used the par tabs doing match play hole. Worked out. I lost the round, but I feel like I won because I won some good money that day.
Yeah, you won 2 double pots.
We did. We had a 3-way tie on one, so then the pot rolls over, and then I ended up winning that one. And then a couple holes later, we had another 3-way tie. That pot rolled over, and then I won that one as well. And we pulled some mulligans. It's funny because like the first pulls that we had, I had a mulligan, and Josh had drop of the farthest drive. Well, none of us got on the fairway, and then
Nice.
I used my mulligan, and then piped it down and landed on the fairway. So then Josh was safe as well with his drop of the farthest drive. It was fun. The money kept moving around except in Jordan's hands.
I just kept giving it away.
We
All been there.
I thought it was
Nice.
kind of funny because we whoever got -2, you kind of got cocky. You're like, "Oh yeah, I got plenty of room to make mistakes here." Like you'd make it, or you'd get it, shank it in the right or something like that. Really bad slice. You're like, "Oh, whatever. I still got -2 on this." So it definitely makes you a little more confident with your next. It's like I got room for error, but still, like sometimes that -2 it helped, but you still shot like crap. I mean, I think Cody got -7 or something on one of his where he had the -2.
Right. We proved today that -2 definitely does not mean you're going to win that hole for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
playing.
we enjoyed playing with the par tabs. It was a good time. We used them on every hole, so we had a lot of stuff moving around both ways. I kind of kept my actual score and my par tab score, and
That's what we
like at
did
the
too.
at the end of the 18, I think it was roughly around like 5 or 6 strokes it would have shaved off me. So it was a decent amount using all those bonuses and stuff.
It was definitely fun. We didn't play with any money, but we still had. It was still a lot of fun, and just
Yeah, it was fun when we'd all be sitting there at the tee box ripping them open, and all of a sudden someone just goes, "Oh yeah, -2, baby," and you're all like, shit, like we got to compete with that now. Like
those -2s are devastating when you're not opening them though. You're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like if you're already down, because me and
it's
Brady
like
were
I'm
very
most likely gonna shoot a 5, and I'm gonna lose 3 strokes on this guy or a couple on them. Like, geez.
See, me and Brady were really close after the first 9. So then, he started drawing into these -2s, and I'm like, I'm done. Like, it's over now. And actually, you did very well on the back.
Yeah, I hit a few pretty good shots on the back too.
Yeah.
The back I always think is easier at Lancaster, not to get too far into the course, but I think it's just there's a couple drivable holes and a couple par 3s extra on the back. It's just I like the back of that.
Yeah. No, it was a good time. I mean, every time somebody'd win, I just give out the money, but then hold $1 back for their next card. And then I think the first hole, Josh won. And then a couple holes later, he's like, "Man," he's like, I'm almost out of my winning pot of money
Your
right
winnings,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna have to dip back into the wallet." So
I was gonna say, I don't know if they do this, but I was thinking last night, I was like, how nice it would have been if there was lights on a course. And I don't know if there's any courses in the world that do that, have lights.
Very few.
Very few. But then I thought, is it going to make a difference anyway? Because the lights are going to be on the fairway, and I'm not hitting the fairway, so I'm still going to be driving around trying to find a ball in the dark.
And trying to watch it still is going to be tough with the black background. Like,
true,
Yes.
yeah. Well, if you get one of the glow in the dark balls,
you get the glow in the dark ones plus the lights, and plus if you're hitting it like out of the fairway anyway, most likely there's another fairway next to it, so there's lights in that one. So
right, yeah, boom. It's like playing in the day. But I thought that was like, that'd be a good idea, but no one's going to put that expense in for the few guys that would play as cheap guys who are going to play at night, essentially.
like that's only for very expensive courses, because your local, country club in these small town cities, like they could never afford something like that.
No, it'd be cool though.
No.
I'd definitely play at night when it's nice and cool, especially with my
That's
whole
when you just go-
issue yesterday.
Yeah, that's when you just go to Top Golf, or was it Pin Seekers that they're building out there? You just go to a place like that when you're looking for nighttime entertainment.
For sure.
yeah.
Right. They don't even have most of them don't even have all their golf carts working, and you want them to put up lights.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
Just an idea.
Just an idea floated around.
One thing.
And we had it like up until 17 and a half. Like we got to 18 and we could still see and track our balls. But like once we just got started on 18, we were done. Like we tried, and me and Cody did end up finding our balls. We were just short of the green. But still, it was just dumb luck that we stumbled upon them and found them. It was pitch black out.
Yeah, I hit my drive right down the center of the fairway, but then I duffed my next one like 20 yards, and then I couldn't find it after a 20-yard duff, and I was like, "This is ridiculous! Like, it's still in the fairway. It only went hardly anywhere, and I can't find it. Like, it's just it's too dark."
I think the funnest part was like how because we had to take some drops, obviously that last hole, and the drops were so random. Like they hit it off the tee box, and they're like, "Oh, I think I hit it right here." I'm like, "Well, that isn't fair. You don't even know where it went. Why are we taking drops all the way up here?"
We're trying to save daylight. Just get out there and hit it.
You still gotta just drove me nuts.
One thing I noticed today with the par tabs is, for some reason, when you're using those, you go through a lot of balls because you have that mulligan, and so if I pull a mulligan, I know I've got one on my backup, so I just try to swing for the fences, lose that ball. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to try to play this one safe, and then for some reason lose that ball. And I thought my ball hounding days were over, but I was going through every long grass and woods I could find just to find some spares to play with by the end of the day.
I was also
get all the balls you can.
I actually bought some yesterday. I wasn't happy about it, but I did. I was like, I don't have enough. I was stealing balls out of Brady's bag.
I was going to say you weren't in my cart this time, so you couldn't steal my balls again.
And he caught me, so I was like, I better get some balls for this. Otherwise, I'm going to have none to even start. So
you bought some at the clubhouse?
No, I bought
I was going to say
a cheap set at Walmart, or just a cheap 12-pack at Walmart. They were Wilson balls, and they immediately, it's the first hit. I kind of looked at the ball after the first tee off or whatever, and it was already damaged. I'm like, I should have spent a little bit more money. It was not worth it.
Guess we're never going to get sponsored by Wilson now. Huh?
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, it was cheap. It was a cheap. I mean, I'm sure they make good balls, but this was just the bottom tier set.
That's because you smashed the ball so hard that's why it's damaged.
Oh, I crushed it right into some trees and weeds for sure.
Might
have been on the bounce off the tree.
No cars this time hit though. That was good.
First hole was disastrous though, of course. And
no
so
cars, no houses. I don't think we hit anything we weren't supposed to hit this time.
Except for greens.
I mean, I was all the way up in that one lady's yard, though, and she came out in the porch, and I was like, oh, hey, just getting the ball here. Don't mind me. And she said, we said, sorry, we're in the yard or whatever. And she's like, oh, that's fine. Feel free to, pick it up and, take it over there and hit it if you want. I think that was a nice way of saying, get the hell out of my yard and don't shoot it from here, please.
Pretty much, yeah.
The one thing I like about golf, though, I've noticed as I was talking to Cody about this last night, is I always get intimidated. You see these people with the really nice golf set, the nice bag, nice clothes. It's like this guy knows how to play. And then you kind of let them go ahead of you, and then they tee up, and it's just, slice far right, way farther than you ever do. And it's like, you know what? This is all just a charade. They're just as bad. They're just like me. But I think it's kind of funny because the more I see, I just see that a lot more, and I'm like, geez, this is just all for show,
You're just like me, except you spent a lot more money.
You spent a lot more money, yeah, Blake.
Sorry.
That's me too.
I got thinking about this today too. Is like I noticed a couple weeks ago I was trying to do like a social media post for this, and then I didn't even pay attention that all three guys hit, and then it was my turn, and like, what are you doing? Come on, we're gonna try to play fast golf. Here we go. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm coming. So I'm like, okay, like so good, like good golf etiquette is probably not to be on your phone or what is allowed on your phone, like music. You can, if you're on it, you should be working through music or pick up a call if it's your parents, because at our age that might be a medical emergency for them now. Or
I've fallen. I can't get up.
Hey, my dad's a listener. I don't know if I want to be emergencies out there. Jeez.
Now he's just gonna prank you, like, no, if he knows
Yeah,
you're
now
going
as soon as he
golfing.
knows I'm going golfing, he's calling me the next time for sure.
right. But yeah, like probably not, good to be on your phone. Or what's the allotted time for, like, what's your guys' opinion on that? Like, you
I think
want
like
to
if
be
you had
game, right?
everyone at once.
Yeah, let's all talk at the same time.
Go ahead, Brady.
I pretty much pick a playlist, put it on, and never touch it again.
Right. You're in the game.
I'm about the same with Brady. Like I have my old phone I set for like my playlist, and as long as we're not waiting, like if we gotta wait at a hole, then I'll maybe pick up my phone, or if it rings, I'll look. But I pretty much don't touch my phone a whole lot. Unless we're waiting, then I'll pick it up. But if we're playing and it's a good flow, I don't hardly look at it at all.
I've been debating getting one of those like phone holders that you strap onto the side of the golf cart there, and then using my phone for like GPS and scorecard. But usually, like Jordan said, if I'm waiting, I'll use like the 18 birdies or something to kind of put the score in while we're waiting. But like if we're on a quick pace, I'll usually just write it on the scorecard, then put it all in after or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I don't think you should be on your phone like while you're playing, especially with friends. I mean, you're there to play. Put it in the cubby, leave it alone.
One thing that really kind of gets to me, and like it's an etiquette that no one would ever do, but like I hate like when you're about to tee off and then a cart of a foursome pulls up and then they're watching you. I kind of wish it was a thing where they finish the hole, they stay at that hole until you tee off, because that's that extra pressure, and I just can't stand it. Like it always gets to me.
But some are like blind, so I mean, like if you finish up and you're going through a cart path, then all of a sudden it just opens up and then boom, there you are.
Well, I'm just saying it would never happen. But like in an ideal world for me, it's just like I don't want people watching me, because that's always when like I said, that first shot at Lancaster, that I had like 20, not 20, but like 12 people watching. It's just never good for your golf game.
It was literally only our group yesterday.
You know what? I did get it further though, Brady. I'm not one. No one was watching there yesterday, so it might have been on the other side of like the cart barn or whatever. But I still hit it a better distance than that vehicle I hit.
I shanked her hard all the way right over the river. I had to go like a super long ways around this little tiny river to get to my ball on the other side to shoot it back up.
He did. He didn't want to use his molly the first hole like I did.
Because I got a -2 on the first par tab. So I was like, well, even though I'm over there, I still have 2 extra strokes.
As I said, you can get cocky. Yeah.
So that's a good point too, is like, who is driving the cart?
I just dropped Ben off and I drove away.
Right. So then when you do like, when you're playing cart golf and both of your shots are far away from each other, are you driving the guy over to drop him off with the club, or are you going to hit yours first, hit, and then, drive over, hit his? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I go to the closest one from the tee box first, and then they hit. And if mine's super far away, maybe I'll grab a club, or maybe I'll let him hit his and get back in. Depends on how fast they play too. But yeah.
Right. I said, well, what if you lose it? Are you bringing that guy with you to help hunt for it, or are you still dropping him off?
Depends on how far out of the way it is. Usually bring him along.
Brady really pays attention to with putt line kind of etiquette, because I kept walking into everyone's putt line yesterday, and Brady called me on it. I think yesterday. He's like, "Oh, yeah, just walk through the putt line there."
Yeah, just puts his big size 12-foot right in the front of you where you're trying to go here, and you're just like, "All right, come on, guy."
Make a little divot in there.
Yeah, right. Although on the one green, like hole 14 over there, I wouldn't have mattered because it was like shooting over freaking cobblestones.
Yeah,
they had like a
true.
whole big patch of like dead grass, but then like little bits of grass that was actually growing. It was just like, I don't know.
That was the only one.
Of course, I had to put directly over that spot.
There was one, and I can't remember what hole that was. I think Brady had the -2 or it was that. No, it was played from best shot or whatever, and he took mine, and it was a great setup, and then it just rolled right down the hill onto the other side, and we kind of made a Blake reference on that, going back and forth. But
Yeah, where you go from one side of the green all the way across to the other side of the green, all the way across. There's just that's pulling a Blake, I believe.
But like that, it was set up. It was set up nice, but it's just how bad it can get screwed up.
Yeah,
he
that
also
happened.
he did that today also.
But that
Nice.
happened to me as well. It wasn't in the bunks, but
It was it wasn't quite as bad as you usually do, but he went back and forth across the green one time, well, 2 times technically, but yeah, it happened again.
I'm
Yep,
like, oh,
that'll
no,
happen. Especially when we haven't had rain for like 2 weeks, so those greens are wicked fast.
That helped us so much though yesterday. Like me and Cody were talking about that, how much that actually helped our game yesterday. Because those ball, I mean, you would hit that ball short, but it just kept going.
I think it helped
That
us
was-
find them easier too, because the grass was kind of more brownish. Yeah, right, and like not as thick and lush. Like we were
Nice
able to
dead
find
grass.
balls, spot them from pretty far away.
Yeah, at Deer Valley, there was a lot of dead grass, like in the fairways. Like you said, it was pretty easy to find your ball. But if you hit it if you lost like sight of it, and it was bouncing, like it could bounce for a long fucking time. And if it was heading towards some long grass, then that's what happened to Blake on one hole. Like we thought it was easy, we could have easily found it. It was right by the green, and we couldn't find it, so we just assumed that it was pretty dead grass right there, and it just made a big bounce and way into the long grass.
Did you check the cup? Always check the cup.
no, it wasn't in the cup.
It might have been.
Trust me, it wasn't in
We
the cup.
eventually went on that hole, so it wasn't in the cup. So
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
somebody came by and pulled it off. I don't know.
Oh, free ball.
I was getting down there, and I'm like, I've got to start checking this grass for some balls here, because so then, like, I don't want to slow down the game at all. So I allow my time to, when we stop, Jordan gets out of the cart and then shoots his. Like as soon as he gets out, I run to the grass, try to find what I can, pick up what I got, and then when his shot's over, I gotta hurry back because I don't want to be wasting a bunch of time.
dives right in the grass.
Yep, that's like pretty bad golf etiquette as well. Just moseying around the long grass, just searching for straggle balls. So yeah, I found a couple. I needed them too.
Gotta
Could
watch
always
out
buy
for them
some.
velociraptors in the long grass.
I waited this whole last 3 minutes for you to say something like that.
Bunch of rabbits.
Every time Jordan said long grass, I'm like, Brady, insert Brady. Like,
long grass. Don't go in the long grass.
I was waiting for it.
Someone has to do it.
But yeah, it was good. It was fun. Won some cash. Always like that. I didn't do very well the first 9, but man, when the money comes out, I step it up. Step it up when I need to.
I don't know if that would have helped any of us at all, but
Yeah, I mean, we all broke 100, but again, we had the par tabs as aid, so I don't know if that's an accurate score count or not. So
Right.
yeah, I added. I think I had to add 7. I think to mine or something. I think that's what I figured out was add 7 more and stuff.
Yeah,
so
sir.
it's kind of fun to keep.
probably low hundreds then, I would say.
Yeah, I think and it's kind of fun just to keep track of what you would have had. It's kind of more depressing, but still good to know.
Yeah, it's hard to even quantify, because like there was one where I got shoot from the forward tees, and on that shot I put it right on the green. So then it's like, how many strokes did or didn't that save me? Like would I have done that from the other tees on the par 3, or was it only because I was close? I don't know.
There was one that, and I don't know if you got that twice, or this is the one you're talking about, but it was play from the forward tee. So the woman's tee was like diagonal and like 2 feet ahead. It was not a huge benefit, but I think it did help.
Hey, every little bit counts.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, like if you hit it in the shit, then it doesn't matter. That's not
Yep.
still up to your skill level, which is good.
The 2 times that Cody got the -2, they were both par 3s, and he hit it right into the grass about, I don't know, 50 feet in front of him. I mean, both times it just screwed with him.
That's how he got the hole in one on the 9. He had the -2 on the par 3, so he got a legit par on that hole. So he ended up with a hole in one.
Oh, maybe it was a -1 or something. Then I remember there was twice where it was like a par 3 or something, and it just went right into the grass.
Incredible hole in one.
Yeah,
Incredible.
not a legit one, but an incredible one.
And he didn't even buy us drinks afterwards, that son of a bitch.
Nope.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, who gets a hole in one and doesn't buy a round? Cheap bastard.
Maybe if you guys put some money on it, then he would have had a little cash to throw around.
We're too
Maybe.
cheap for that. We were playing in the dark to save money.
Yes. We could have used the money we saved on the round to
Yeah.
fund our part. That
Hey,
Okay,
Brady,
well,
you see
go
that Blake is wearing the Jurassic Park shirt?
I am wearing
how
Jurassic
relevant.
Oh.
Park. I didn't even catch that. Okay, so to end this, I got a trivia question that I messed up last week that we got to make up for, even though Jordan's winning.
Yeah.
Or more.
He already won.
More.
Yeah, he
Already
already
won.
won. But who doesn't like a trivia?
Right. Okay, Jordan.
42
No, not a
Nailed it.
number one.
plus or minus 1,000.
In Caddyshack, what is the name of Judge Smell's boat?
Jesus Christ. Well, I thought we were doing Tin Cup here.
Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it. So
His boat, I don't know. I have no idea.
The lesson here is watch Caddyshack.
Pass.
Like I have still yet to watch it since this.
Brady,
It's Bodie McBoatface.
no, good. effort,
Alex,
though.
you know,
What was the name of the putter again?
Billy Baru.
Is it Billy Baru too?
No.
It's like Shapoopy or something.
The Flying Wasp.
Nailed it.
Oh, geez. All I remember is just them breaking the bottle over it.
And yeah, then the Dangerfield coming and driving right through it or whatever.
Hey, you scratched my anchor.
I do have to rewatch that.
U.S. Open update. Wyndham Clark is the winner of the U.S. Open.
There it is.
Any money on
Who?
that guy, Brady?
Probably
No, I
would
never
have
heard of that dude.
probably would have been pretty good odds.
Yeah, probably would have paid out quite well.
What was it? What was his name?
Wyndham Clark.
Or if I could look up quick and see what the odds
I'm
of
sure
him
you could
winning
have
were.
looked, but Rory McIlroy got second. I think Scotty Scheffler got third.
Yeah, plus 8,500 odds to win the U.S. Open.
Damn it, Blake. It was so close. Gotta do something.
That was 4 days ago. I mean, that's what just
At the
popped
beginning
up.
of the round, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would have wagered, let's see, what did you say the odds were? Because I think I got something different here.
8,500, he said.
It says
So that was
7,500. Well,
So it's in
anyways,
that
it says if you would have wagered $10, you would have got 760.
Ooh. Woo. It's a lot of monsters, Brady.
That is a lot of monsters, Brady.
Not shabby.
That's a new set of, well, I don't know, an okay set of golf clubs. You could use
Yeah,
it, Brady.
An okay set of used.
I
golf
do want to
clubs.
talk about this quick, Brady. You need a new golf set.
All right. Well, as soon as you get the extra funding to fork over
Oh
here,
my
I'll
gosh.
run out and buy one.
Quit playing with your kids' golf sets.
Yeah.
So
New
you
clubs
made
are
an
low
L.
on the priority list.
How
in the
how
shade.
tall are you? How tall are you, Brady?
6'1".
And you're using 24 inch
same-
golf clubs.
The same clubs I bought when I was in 8th grade.
Like I said, when we were golfing, we're kind of arched just a little bit. Brady is in the shape of an L
Just
golfing
hunched
on the
over.
golf course. And oh man, I every time I got to hole and he'd get his irons out. It's just I was like, Cody, look at that. Look at that.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make it work.
I mean, you did. I think you ended up winning, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, so maybe the
I
trick is to get
guess,
shorter
man.
clubs, huh? Maybe all your clubs are too long.
I say we
Huh?
just
You ever
I
think
say
about
we
that?
just all buy you one club. That's the right size.
I am 100% okay with this.
So he has 3 clubs.
Yeah, that's all you
Better than
need.
none. You get me like
Driver.
a 4, a 7, and a 9 or something, or a pitching wedge. We're in business.
See what we can do here.
Yeah, if you win trivia, Brady,
No.
still win baseball.
No.
I
Yeah,
still
he's
don't even
picking
have
a
my hat. So.
Yeah.
Still waiting on the sleeve of balls from like last summer. So
Well, it's on the list.
It's
Don't
in
worry.
transit.
Yeah,
On the
it'll,
list.
it'll be there soon, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah,
We can give you a free pack of par tabs.
along with the other
boy.
stuff.
I was saying we
Great.
kind of already did that. I haven't paid for the ones we used yesterday, so oh well.
That's all right. All right, fellas. That's all I got.
All right.
Anything else?
Good luck out there.
Happy
good
Happy
luck.
Dad Day to all
Yeah,
the dads.
happy
out there.
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day.
Belated
Yeah.
Dad's Day by the time this podcast comes out.
excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Thanks for hopping on.
Bye.
All right.
See ya.
Later.
Get out of here!